What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. I know we're late. My wife said it's okay to blame her because it is actually her fault. She was like, oh, we'll just, we put our son down for bed. Oh, just talk to, you can talk to me for a few minutes. And next thing I knew, it was after 7:30. And then, as I'm going down to get ready to stream, I'm, walking down the stairs and realize, oh, we gotta take the trash out tonight. So then I had to go and do that, and, one thing leads to another, and here we are, we're late. But we're here. That's the important part. Doctor, welcome back. GG on the heist win? If it works, it ain't stupid. You're not wrong. It works, so why disagree? I hope everybody's doing well. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I had a bachelor's weekend, so to speak. I was riding solo for a few days for the first time in a little while. It's kind of weird. It sounds nice on paper, but after a little bit, you're like, it's quiet here. It just feels weird that there's nobody around. I'm used to the little bits of silence of oh, my wife and kid went out shopping or something like that, but you're also like, well, they'll be home soon. But when it's there's nobody home, and then it's just weird. It's very, very odd. But I did get in a little bit of Elden Ring. So making some progress there. Doing lots of exploration. Got my first Remembrance boss. So I think I have 11 or 12 episodes recorded. First 6 are out now. So I have uploaded a few more. I think we put up episodes 3 and 4 Wednesday, Thursday. And then episodes 5 and 6 went up yesterday and today. So if you're into Elden Ring, I'm curious about the DLC playthrough, we do have stuff going up on YouTube. I'm feeling now hopefully I can stay ahead enough that this can be the case, but maybe we can have Elden Ring stuff on the days where it's not golf. Maybe that's how we'll do it. So we'll stream tonight through Thursday, and then we'll have the uploads of the rounds Tuesday through Friday. And so then maybe you get a Saturday, Sunday Elden Ring, and maybe Monday as well if we got enough content recorded and edited. It's kind of a crazy thing of I don't do a lot of editing on it. It's a lot of just taking out loading screens and me fumbling around through stuff that would be boring to watch. But it still takes a while, because if I record an hour of gameplay, it's kind of hard for me with the quality of stuff that it's at, and it buffers and everything. It's hard for me to scrub through it at the rate I would like to. Definitely takes at least 45 minutes to an hour plus for an hour, so one episode ends up taking a bunch of time. Let's see what sort of stuff we're looking at for round 1. High winds, very firms, and 8.2. Okay, so yeah, we are looking at quite speedy greens. What I am considering is playing a local match first, solely to put on putt previews, because I need to get a visualization of how putts are breaking. High winds, very firm default. Lachlan Crossing. Oh, this is the Yeah. Lockland Crossing is like the 2K official. It's not St. Andrews. It's very similar. Yeah, what's going on, Jet Ski? How have you been? Scottish Open week on YouTube? Gutty performance? Yeah, I mean, I didn't have my swing for 2 of those rounds, you know, so the scores definitely showed it. But we shot fairly well on 2 of them as well to keep us out of any sort of real big trouble. So, yeah, overall not happy, but happy enough with it. Yo, what's going on, Funny? How do you work this thing? I don't know. I think you type. Say some words in chat, and then the guy on the screen tries to read them and respond. Not been here for a while, it's legit. Yeah, we've got all the fun stuff for keeping track of how long people have watched. Yeah, because I think it's exclamation Sterlings has your watch time and your currency. Got the follow age or how long one has followed the channel. All the fun of a bot, you know? All the fun of a bot. I do not know why on my end, because it stopped. Yeah, I don't know why it's been having issues. That is precisely why we have open multiple windows here, but it's starting to get annoying. I don't want to have to find a new client because this one has been pretty good when it is working, but yeah, when you get different chat windows not cooperating, it's not a fun time. Okay, so we started late, which means the fishbowl is actually up and going. So let's see about that. Because if we can help it, I'd like to play 2 rounds on faster greens. But I don't know what they're gonna give us here. Man, everybody's going with like the slower stuff. Last time you were here, you were just getting your handicap? Can't even remember. Getting your handicap in the game or in real life? Because in the game, your handicap means nothing. IRL, very nice. So, speaking of handicaps, so I played 9 holes Saturday, and then I played 18 yesterday. Now, we'll preface this with I still suck at golf. But we are maybe making strides. So I was like a 29.1 handicap to start. Played 9 holes. Shot a 54. Not good. Lost a lot of balls, blocked a lot of stuff. Tree line course wasn't a good time. Jumped up to a 29.4, but yesterday I shot 53 going out. And I'm like, oh great, here we go. More of the same. And then your boy kinda figured things out a little bit. Don't get me wrong, still had some chunks, still blocked some shots, lost some strokes. Shot a 44 on the back 9. My best ever 9. Clocked in 97, my second ever sub 100 round. We in there. Dropped the handicap, the whole point, 28.4. So, if I can shoot 44 once, and I shot 45 on the front 9 a couple weeks ago and then crapped the bet on the back. We're getting there. The good is starting to actually get reasonable. I was like, 44? I keep that pace up, that's breaking 90. Encountered my driver works, my irons don't, or my irons work, my putting has ended up being horrendous. Oh yeah. Absolutely. You know what? We'll do the warm-up on Elmont, because I don't want to play the same course. As long as this has that 8.2, because I think it's 8.3, that's completely fine. So default, I don't think the high winds really matter. Wind direction, north, sure. Very far. We'll play this in an open style. I know we've had a ton of this course already, but the big thing is I need to see visually how this stuff is breaking. Need to see visually. So we're gonna turn putt previews on, take a look at all the putts, just get that visualization going. So difficulty, putt preview, give me all of them I want to see. Had a recent case, play a 9-hole course, played 18 driver, was amazing, irons were terrible. Played an 18-hole course just on Friday, irons were top-notch. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I think sometimes it's so easy to just get in your head and they get in your way. For me, the thing that, like, fixed it was just trying to revert back to, like, a concept I tried working on before, and the way I was taking it back, and that got me squaring it up better. Because if I'm off, I tend to block a lot of stuff out to the right. Driver or irons, like I end up, for me a lot of the time though, out on the course, the driver fails me more. On the range, I can get into a groove with the driver, but just pulling out for that one shot, it tends to not be a great club for me. But I also don't get out to practice anywhere near as much as I would like to, so it's just one of those. I obviously want to be better. I don't really have the time to be better. You know, we're just gonna keep working at it. Oh, I hit that so slow. You fixed that issue, Colton? Driverless in your truck from now on. Honestly, it is one of those things, like, you know, I was playing with some guys and they were like, I pulled out my hybrid on a few holes and they're like, do you drive with your, the one guy was like, do you drive with your hybrid often? I was like, if I'm not feeling my driver, or I like feel like my driver is gonna get me into trouble, like going deep into rough, and I just want to find the fairway. Not that I'm gonna find it every time with the hybrid, but like I'll pull my hybrid out. All right, so I just want to see what does this break actually look like, because I always am reading these low. I just want to see the whole picture of like why. So this first part, it's actually even towards the middle there, it doesn't have crazy break, but it's like as it slows over that crest, then it comes downhill quite a bit more. This is probably still low, right? And I think that's kind of the crazy part. Because like I want to take a look at some of these, and like if I aim it even more, maybe it's just because it breaks so much more going up the hill, like there might not be a great point in which you can hit this. Like I think in order to make this putt, you have to overhit it. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be the way. It's obviously you gotta get the right pace on it entirely, but that's gonna be how it works. People look at you like you have 10 heads when they see no driver in your bag. Yeah, it's one of those like, because you see people do videos on it and stuff. You know, it is very much so possible to shoot good scores, you know, without certain clubs or you know, it's a lot of it is like if you can strike the ball well and consistently and in play, like when you run the numbers of like how many strokes you lose on OB or water or, you know, bunkers or different things, if you can maybe take a yardage hit but you're keeping yourself way more in play, you can score so much lower. Right now my consistency in ball striking is like the big hamper in everything. Why did the wind not... Wait, hold on. Why did the wind not take that? Am I going crazy? I mean, I know it's uphill. I must have just over-aimed. It's when I slowed down to look at that. It's a much better line. Handicap has dropped by 5 since you took the driver out. Helps you get hit a 3-iron, 230, but still, driver just adds strokes. Yeah, I could definitely not. I'm lucky if I hit my driver 230. That's one thing that I really lack in my game is consistency and power. So it's like, at this point in time, I have to really double down on consistency. Because even with power, like, I just go too far out of play most times. So there must just be like a ridge that this is living on, and that's why it's gonna still say hi, yeah. You had a lesson that worked on you setting your ball on the toe of your irons to work with the contact. I did notice that when I was playing yesterday, my mishits, I did hit a couple thin shots, but either big chunk or I was hitting stuff on the toe. Yeah, cause I just want to. I need a visual. I need a visual. I'm like so bad with my putting as of late that I'm just like trying to try and get some reps in just to like see the line and maybe see if that helps me visualize the putts when it's gone. So we're just playing last week's course, trying to get a little bit of feel going. Slowed it. Yeah, so this is just a local match. It's not any sort of TGC. You just putt and pray? I've lived that life. I have definitely lived that life. But it's just never really been all that good to me. Alright, what do we need to get to the front? 270-ish? Putter needs to be dialed on plat. It's brutal links there. Yeah, man, like I probably have some of the worst strokes gained putting. So for me, it's like absolutely critical to figure it out. Oh, come on. What is that? That's why I don't... That's why I have to take the practice backswing, because when I do that, it's just a problem. Because I feel like I'm just guessing. Like at power. So then when it becomes a reaction thing, I don't... You can see what the reaction is. You putt and pray in real life? I mean, it's a bit of that, but I do feel a little bit better about my putting IRL as far as the reads are concerned. I can't even say that, because yesterday I had a couple that I thought were money, and then they like broke the other way at the hole. It's like, oh, are we playing 2K? Got these fake breaks going on? Played it yesterday, 20 under through 4. Think it'll be decent overall. You were 14 under through 2 rounds. Yeah, you want to talk about strokes lost putting, Linkster? My rounds last week, I think I was 20.5% outside of 10 feet. Shot 39. So it was like okay overall. But, yeah, let's see here. 28 putts in the first round, 27 putts in the third round. And 24 putts in the other 2 rounds. And those rounds I had 100% green and reg and 89% green and reg. And I think 1 chip in between those 2 rounds with the 24 putts. So, like, it was like I could put enough close even in some of the tougher conditions. I couldn't putt. But, like, I can't putt in general. Like, I always need to, like, preface it with that of I am, like, a 35% maker outside of 10 feet. 20% is gross and is, you know, way bad even for me, but... I do, Linkster. Not as much as I would like to, obviously. And not as much as I thought I had. Somebody asked me about it when I played with 2 retired dudes on Saturday, and I thought I had played more than I did. I bought clubs like just over 3 years ago. I think I've played I played less than 30 rounds, and probably a half dozen or so are just par 3 courses from when I was getting started just to get out and do something. Which I guess, like, still counts, but not quite the same. So yeah, I get out to the range, but not to play a lot. So I'm trying to get out to play more, but, you know, asking for 4.5 hours plus travel time and having a 15-month-old is not necessarily the easiest request to get through. Putt with feel, just visualize what you think the ball will do. Yeah, I mean, that's how I always played True Sim and stuff, and, like, I think I was just better at reading the greens in True Sim, because my putting True Sim versus not, you know, was never much different. Still low, man. But you know what? We do hit these a little bit firmer, so maybe it's not all that bad of a read. But like, I struggle because I just don't think I'm a visual-minded person. Like, in general, I'm not a very visual kind of guy. So, just ends up being something that I ultimately struggle with. Which is why I've like always kind of gone back to, you know, I started playing 2K21 with the counting method because I found out about that, and then I abandoned it, and then I would come back to it in 2K23 again. Like, it's definitely not a surefire thing. Like, you still have to make reads and I still get things wrong, but at the same time it gets me at least a little bit closer. And it's this, you know, it's the same way that I really struggle. You know, I'm really good at distance control because that's all math. I'm really bad at the left to right visualization once you start talking lie angles and wind and everything. I'll get it right sometimes, but the level of consistency in my left to right dispersion is nowhere near, you know, dispersion otherwise. Ah. Can't put on console, input lag on the vibration. Yeah, if you like wiggle it back, the vibration is actually just a little bit before the perfect. Yeah, that's a thing. 216. I think I might actually be too far forward in this. I think if you're further back, you can get the hybrid out of here. I gotta play it safe. I don't know why I keep getting these lazy swings. Gotta commit to it. No lazy swings here. It's good enough. That is good enough. Yeah, see, like on those, on that sort of green speed, look how much that breaks. It's not even like a lot. Crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Oh, the UI bugged. Nice. Thing is, I don't know if that's gonna be a recurring thing or not. I think that should be good. So yeah, putting is just, I don't know, I'm not a field player. I never have been. I've got tremendous respect for people who are able to play at like such a high level and are just feel based. I really truly do not know how people do it. 56. It's uphill already. Just keep it over to this right-hand side. Oh, that's still too long. Dang. Oh, we caught the top of the ridge. Just short enough. I guess beat it, my foot is moving so much to the left. My goodness. I saw the one at the hole start going right, and then behind the hole I was like, oh, that'll go right. But that's 100%, that's why you worm cam. That's why you don't just play it like this and be lax about it. Close-up view, I use the overhead view because it helps me with my power, but I'm wondering if I should be reading the putts with different views. You know, if I'm not gonna count something, then maybe I should use a closer view and then use the overhead to aim. That is crazy. But I guess if I baby fast it, that ends up like 10 yards to the left, so. So wind, in fact, does not really do anything there. Yeah, I don't know if seeing these green grids is gonna help. And by green grids, I mean seeing these putt previews. I'm hoping it will, but there's obviously no guarantee. We'll take it slow. We'll probably still do some counting, but just to be able to like double check the counts, I guess. Or maybe what I'll do is like inside 15 feet, I'll count, and outside of that, we'll play it by feel. That might be the best way to go. Just do a combination of the two. 76, 69, nice. Should be a couple yards past the hole. See, with this sort of green speed, it makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. What's the back of the green? I hit it fast. That's not too bad. Yeah, but it's so fast. Look at how far it keeps rolling. Can't really pitch it that far. We're almost getting somewhere. I think with it being uphill, it just doesn't take as violent of a turn. This might still miss high side. Yeah, That's just because of the pace that we play. But all that matters is that we continue to get better bit by bit. Just can't be doing these slows. So if you go fully here, we're like several yards long. But I guess that means out of this would be like just pin high. Just try and hit a touch under it. It's 98, it's not enough under it. That's okay, like we just want to see, these breaks. We want to be able to visualize things. Slightly uphill. So like there. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. Even with moving that back in, that misses. Yo, what's going on, Fly Guy? How we doing, man? Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Appreciate it. Alright, that's the kind of input that we want. This might still dip a little bit low. Pretty good distance. Yeah, it's a little bit low side. That's fine. Gives you the opportunity to run something up here. It's not fast enough. That's the distance control. This freaking hole, man, every time. Hand driver punch. 266 and 13-mile-an-hour wind back in. It's that or take a partial driver, so I guess this is the play. I tried to get it a little bit higher, like 102, 103. I feel like 101's probably gonna end up short. Even with the faster greens, yeah. Okay. So I mean, even with that power, you still take a fair amount of the break. Alright, I never actually went for this shot. We always were laying up, but now that it doesn't matter, let's go over. Play the little draw, yeah. Fully backspun, but you're just still being 14 yards uphill. It does, I mean, you have a straight on view of the green, but as far as being, you know, as accurate as you can be, you kind of throw that away a little bit. Cause like now I'm kind of in a guessing game, which is personally where I never like to be. You know, it's only 4% variance, but that's still, you know, 4 times much as it would normally be, and you have extra rollout and stuff. Okay, so now you get to see the downhill slider, which I would say is going to be substantially more brake. Cool. Cruel, cruel, cruel. But like Linkster says, I need to start looking at the other views. Can putt from there, but this is probably gonna bounce down the left-hand side. Maybe not with it going that far to the right. What? No, not that again. I think I have a little bit of... I think my controller is a little bit of... I don't know if it's just the way my thumb pulls back or if my controller has some drift. Because I definitely do this sometimes when I feel like I'm pulling straight back. So like it's something I have to pay attention to. Otherwise I'm gonna get what happened right there to happen pretty frequently. Like the tinker, it helps you. Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is like keeping it the way it is. Yeah, I can't get much worse, right? So I should very much so be in a tinkering kind of mindset. I guess in my head it wasn't going to fall off that much. It's just such a habit to not do what we're talking about. I gotta really be more proactive with it. Maybe slow, should still get to the shelf. Then you can get a kick and kind of run it around the back and left. Okay, a little bit more around the world. Excuse me? So in some world, that's drifting left off the start, and then even... What? Now I have to worm cam it just to make sense of these grids. It's like in my head, that's going right. That is also, well, that's on a mound. So I guess it could go either way. I mean, that's going the other way, and then that's coming back. Oh, we haven't played yet, Maddie. We have not played yet. We're I'm doing some putt preview mental imagery. We're gonna play one warm-up round and then we'll play it. So we're still a little bit out. Putting's my worst thing and has been for years now. And I know I'm gonna need it. Yeah, see, this is, like, there's no way that I would have read this right. Even worm camming it, this putt, I actually am always reading left-hand side. So like I would read this like just a touch left, and then it would fake break and miss left, and I would be confused. So I'm just gonna do that to, you know, simulate reality. Thoughts and prayers, thanks. gonna need them. All right, I want to try this. Kind of dumb. But let's run this potentially out to the right. Well, that's too far out to the right. I wanted to try and shoot that gap. Now we're just in. See, the thing is, even if you could squeeze that there, you're long. This 4-iron, there's no way. Even if I have the clearance, there's no way this has the distance, right? Oh wow, it does. I'm hitting a lot of slows. That would have been a 6 splash. That would have been so good. Okay, so I know that green speeds are a bit slow around the other parts of the tours this week. So I'm not sure, do we want to be messing with slower green speeds and like proper conditions? Because this has high, very firm, but slower greens. I think we probably go kinetic, even though that's just, I think kinetic is the one with fast greens. Because Fishbowl had moderate. I know, was it kinetic that has moderate? Yeah, like, I guess we just played the fast greens. Because playing very firms and like moderates isn't gonna do any good, so we'll play high winds and the fastest greens we can get. Just gotta work on getting that to be our swing, because if we can get our reads right and get our swings down, that's gonna give us the best chance. Because like putting's gonna suck, but that's just because we're bad putters. We can try and control the rest of the round as best we can. So we'll go here. Is that gonna be too far left? Dang. That's like inches from being so good. But that's what I've been talking about too, of like, I am really good at distance control, I am not good at left to right. So, two things that I very much so need to work on. You notice the last second adjustment there? I have had a couple times recently where I aim it like that and the ball comes out too straight. So it ends up missing low. That's learning from the past. Acknowledging recent mistakes. Okay, 245 effective on our carry. So 235 years. This is definitely long, so give it some loft. Give it some cut, and or some draw rather, and we should be able to work something out here. I'm okay with that being on the fast side, because if we miss that slow, I could definitely cause myself some issues. Why don't you roll on down? Do it. All right. Yeah, see, like, that's still on the low side, and I think that's just where my brain, for whatever reason, doesn't want to, like, output as much break as it should. I don't know if I think it's gonna... I don't know if I think it comes off the club head, like, quicker, and therefore takes out more of the break at the start. I think it's when I'm trying to paint a picture in my head, not being able to match the, like, speed. I know I slowed it, but something feels off there. Pacey. Not the worst read, I don't feel like. See, this is what's gonna happen, though. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. I need to, like, listen to my own advice. Within 15 feet, we're gonna count. Outside of 15 feet, then we'll try and get the feel. Because I think on those closer ones, I'm gonna really start screwing up perception quite a bit. And I don't need to be, like, putting myself into some weird funk right before we go into things. Ah, see, the wind did end up catching more of that. Figured with how far it was going, right? All right, so now we're at 21 feet. Now we can... get this moving a little bit. Right to left at the start. And then working right to left at the end. I like that. Drivable par 4. I mean, I guess the safe play is get it on the ground over here. The aggressive play is to go at it a little bit more, but... Stay up. Oh, it's light rough. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, that helps things out substantially. Okay, and this is again one of those ones because it comes out a little bit short. It's gonna come out right and kick right. And then roll right. Oh, it stays out a little bit straight. Okay. Didn't take as much of a bounce on the kick, I guess. Man, you get this tough situation. 118. I've got about 10 at the back. 120. I think I get it to about here with my lob wedge. I'm gonna try something just for like. This is the just for science. I'm gonna try and hit this 101. There's 102 fast, which will actually be fantastic. I mean, at that point, you're definitely playing fine margins. Main thing just being, so long as I stay away from an under hit, we're gonna be good to go. I'm gonna get some draw going on this sucker. I love a good shot shape. I've said it before, I'll say it 1,000 times. So much more fun, in my opinion, to play stuff with the shot shape than... I mean, obviously it's easier and like... You know, I'm gonna play a straight shot, but if you can work something a little bit closer with some shot shape, it's just fun to watch. I haven't played yet. Whoa, we're warming up with this, and then we've got round one afterwards. So we will find out shortly. I expect it'll kick my behind because I'm just like the worst putter on plat, but every once in a while we do some good things putting, so we'll see. Yeah, I was trying to play the draw there, and I think because it was uphill, or maybe because the wind was a little bit more taily, I just stayed well out to the right. That, or I misread like how much that lie at the feet was gonna affect it. That's also highly possible. Alright, so you've got a little bit of a ridge here. All about that's still low. Okay. A little bit under hit though too, so gotta take a little bit of a grain of salt with that miss. Be a weird attack angle. Should get a little kick right, but not really. The wind here is the tough part. I guess you can play some D-loft into it and then counter it with a little bit of check, or actually probably a decent amount. Okay, Yeah, I guess didn't need as much because the wind turns in my face as we aim more left. Alright, for my sanity, we'll just try and throw like a rough guess at something like this. Yeah, I mean, that's what I get for just taking, like, a glance read. This feels like it should be bait. What do you need to cross here? 280? I mean, I can give you 266, 270 something, little bit of wind. Down the hill, you might be able to stretch. $102. Oh man. I mean, the goal was ultimately the bunker, but if you can get a little bit extra on that, get it going all the way. Alright, with this uphill, I don't think I have any sort of need to place spins or lofts. I think this is just gonna fire out to the right and land just on the green. Gonna get a bounce slightly left, probably straight, because it's gonna go right, hit a left, and kind of go from there. And then it's just the roll up the hill, which will probably be a sprint for a little and then a die. Oh, it just didn't come out as much to the right. Like, as soon as I hit it and that lands around in line with the cup, that's always shooting low. But I also think it's like there's a weird balance. If it's super short, the deviation is like nothing. It's also uphill, so that affects it. If it's super short though, deviation is like nothing. Then there's like a little stretch where it goes right, and then it goes back to straight because you get the right push plus the fast to bring it, and then as it goes further, the fast starts to bring it back over to the left. So you kind of have different lengths that you have to keep in mind when trying to work that putt out, or the chip rather. Here. Okay, so you got 501. I mean, you need 365 to carry that. I can give you probably 40s. Which means you could go the aggro line. Is it gonna kick you too far to the right? I mean, the trade-off is you try and lay it up to here and you've got 180 yards in with the tailwind. There's actually enough green to work with. If that pin was a little more tucked, I would probably be more inclined to go aggressive. But we've got a tailwind and some green to work with, and I mean, hell, we've got longer clubs, so even with all of this in mind, we're carrying somewhere to like here, and then you get the bounce and some release. I mean, I might even need to give it a little bit of legs for the 9-iron to reach the back there. I don't know if I'm too far to get the right roll. I guess I did go too far left. That still feeds. I mean, that's what you draw it up as, right? That's 100% what you draw it up as. It's like, I have green to work with, so I'm going to work with the green. I do really appreciate when holes actually have that. Like, it's like, okay, you have room on the green to work, and if you get it to a certain spot, you can feed your way down. Even if it's side slopes, right? Like, you catch a slope and it's like pins tucked, but if you hit the right spot here, you can catch it across. I always hate when it's like, front pin, everything's downhill, good luck. I'm like, well, thanks for giving me the uphill putt, you know, coming back, but like, I'd like a chance at it. 128 with a like an 11-mile-an-hour headwinds. You're still talking 10 yards long. I just don't. 114. I'm gonna put some punch into our lob wedge here, I think. Oh, too much punch into the lob wedge. Wow. Okay. Okay. That. Popped out to the right. Because it came out so short. Alright, I got excited when I saw par 5, and then I saw 608 yards in headwind. It's an official course, and it's elite, and they're giving us the same TGC crap that we get on Plat all the time, which is, haha, good luck. The way that fired off to the right, I thought I hit the biggest slow of my career. I just really pushed it. I mean, fully shaped driver off the deck and you put a push like that, yeah, it's not gonna be very close. Neato. Downhill, downwind. I think you gotta take a bit off this driver. Kind of bump it up. Alright. I used this shot maybe more than I should. 94, 97, wind at the back. This is long. This should have enough in it to bite. Oh, it's gonna... the 101 fast. And the 101 fast. That's what ends up being killer there. Very close to being wrong, but it's right, so we take it. 169, nice. Gonna call it early tonight? All right, take it easy, doctor. Appreciate you being here, dude. Have a good one. I'll catch you later. Watch some of the watch the Shadow of the Erdtree playthrough. Hey, if you're feeling so inclined, go for it. Definitely not forcing anything. Yeah, take it easy, man. Appreciate you. Yo, what's going on, Scotty? Thank you very much for the raid, dude. Kurtzky, welcome back. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck, man? What? What happened? Maybe slow. Should still kick left. I just don't think it's gonna get enough left. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, maybe it is. Okay, never mind. Pretty nice. So many par 5s that are like 600 plus yards into a headwind. Incredible scenes. Oh, I got the 104. That might actually give us something. Okay. I mean, you probably need in that 107, 108 ballpark to have a chance at getting up there. I also didn't manage to overpower our initial drive. Yeah, how's it going, Scotty? You're gonna play your major rounds later in the week, right? I assume you didn't play them tonight. Takes such a big snap there. Takes such a big snap. Which is like funny because it seems like it's through most of the break by that point, but something there just really throws it around. But also apologize for being so impolite. Welcome on in, everybody, from Scotty's stream. If you are new here, my name's Colby. We play competitive virtual golf, much like Scotty. We are trying to say, what would be the words to describe this stream? Your second favorite streamer's second favorite stream. Pretty good, but not quite good enough. You know, I'm kind of like the guy you would take lessons from, but not ever gonna win the major or the round, yeah, the tournament. But hey, we try our best. I'm gonna need one of those caddies that also gives you your putt reads. I think that's the solution to my game as a whole. Caddy to give me left to right reads on wind and slope, and also to just read the putts for me because it's so bad. Little bit too pushy. Good read otherwise. Alright, well, that puts us at the time we're all waiting for. Also, I'm surprised that 14 under is that high up. I don't know, it didn't feel like it was that difficult. I mean, Higgy out there, I mean, that's kind of more the ballpark I would expect. I mean, you've got some Plat players that have played it. I mean, it's obviously mostly going to be Elite, but Elite is really just Plat Junior at this point. Like, the talent pool is spread pretty well. Welcome to Weenie Hut Jr. I can't believe it's here already. The final major of the season, the British Open Championship, or as we all know it, the Open Championship IRL. And we returned to the major course from 2K21 Shoreditch Links. I'm sure there are some updates to it. I'm sure Maddie really doesn't want us to have any fun this week. So we're going to find out just how bad it is right now. Now, round one conditions. We're playing off the blue tees all the way at the back. High winds out of the north. Fairways, very firm. Greens, very firm. And the greens are pretty much very fast. So it's going to be a tough ask. We're going to probably hate ourselves, but everybody's in the same boat. So let's get into it. So 454 yards on the first hole here. Slightly downwind. Now the very firm greens or fairways are what are going to get us in trouble. Because it's very easy to look at this and go, ah yes, I should just bomb this down here with the driver. But you get too far down and all of a sudden it's going to want to kick you well off track. So what I think we want to do is I'm going to de-loft our driver, and we're going to play a little bit of a stinger out to the right and let this thing run. Because that'll get us on the ground a little bit sooner, and just make it so that this right to left will still work it, but we're not going to get all the way down to the rough on the left-hand side. Hey, thank you for the luck, jet ski. You're gonna need every little bit of it. Look at this. Look at this whole location. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we're gonna land it about 5 yards short here. So it's how much is the very firm gonna play? Oh boy. Oh boy. Mostly backspin. I'm not gonna play full backspin because full backspin I'm somehow gonna roll myself off. And wind is kind of turning, so this will be fun. A little bit slow. Right-hand side is probably the miss. Because it's flatter up here. It's not going to be an easy putt. But we will try and cozy ourselves up close. Pars are definitely going to be an okay thing to take. Alright. It's faster green, so like I am definitely going to be on the safer side with this. I don't want to go and absolutely blast things. Want to give it a chance to make. I think if we keep it high enough to the right, you kind of find that flat section over there. Man, there's just like immediately so much fear and pressure to make these putts. Because if you're hitting this, just trying to think, so you get this with some, just like envision the pace of how this comes off. Roll it around there, hangs a little, it's turning there. Visualize it! Come on! Huge putt. Now right into this beauty of a par 3, 240 yards downhill, or 251 yards rather, downhill, 44 feet. So about playing effectively like 236, but you've got headwind. 10-mile-an-hour headwind, high winds. I mean, you're playing into the low 250s to carry it there. So I think the 3-wood is kind of one that it's so tough because I don't want to end up too short on it. So I think I'm gonna play the 3-wood with maybe a little bit of draw to try and get it somewhere close, but definitely a tough ask. It's a good hit, good line. It's gonna be long. But like, I don't know what you do other than that. I land that much shorter and we're, oh my goodness. So what's the answer to that? I mean, I hit the shot I pretty much wanted to. It's into a headwind, which makes it so hard. I guess you have to catch the like very, very top of that with like less, like with playing the shape instead of loft, and then maybe that kills it. Now from here at least we can stop it. It's very firm, so we have to keep that in mind, and it's quicker, so it has check. I gotta play a little bit off of this. It's gonna kick left and then roll left. I hit it perfect. Come on. Let's try to hit it fast, but start going down the hill towards the hole. That'll work. I'm trying to hit that fast and kind of sling it, get it to have like just a little bit release down towards the hole. So we block it out to the right essentially, but it will work. Okay, now the question becomes, can you cut this corner? You need about 345 to carry it there. Probably about 330 something to get the bounce out. Now, I can go 321, 331, probably into the mid to upper 330s. I think if we can get every little bit of this, we can make it through. But I'm gonna have to make sure we get like a 102. I hit it a little bit on the fast side, lose some distance there. Yeah, that definitely would have gotten through. So instead of overpowering it, I ended up like hitting it a little bit. Like I tried to swing the joystick harder, which is not how you're gonna get that to happen. Oh man. I'm gonna take the 7-iron, and this is kind of one of those shots you have to just hope a little bit about how it's gonna bounce and roll out, but very firms. If we can catch the right part of the slope, you can bleed it on. But we might come out a little bit on the short side. Yeah, just if I go up 6-iron, you see how much that goes from back there. So the hope was like landed a little further, and you can roll it up. If I take 6-iron, low roll might be in the right spot. More often than not, though, you're deep on here. So taking the, calculated risk, going a bit on the low side. Just trying to give ourselves the best looks that we possibly can. Now that rolled out a little bit long, which gives us now a little extra spice in our putt. Just a little bit extra. Okay, that's a big save. That's a big save. Pars are going to be good things out here. Gotta get our birdies when we can. Just can't really be giving stuff back. That's the big no-no. Yo, what's going on, Skyline? Thank you very much for the luck, dude. Absolutely gonna need it. Alright, gotta play 3-wood off the tee here. Get this shot working back, kick it left. Get ourselves out into a nice spot on the fairway, if there is such a thing. Just try and make our wedges work for us. Alright, so 149, wind playing in a little bit. This fires out to the right. It's so far right. Gotta assume it's gonna come back. Well, I hit it fast. Gosh darn it. I guess just thought that the wind was gonna play more there. I mean, that's really the fault in that. Made a read about how the wind was gonna play, and it was not how the wind was gonna play. Now we're in a real tough spot. Uphill this much. 23, 20. I mean, so I think you're landing it close to pin high, if not just short anyway. I don't know that you're gonna be able to stop this well. Uphill this far. Yeah, it's just like, you can't really stop it from there. It's just to give you this shot. And you're hitting it so short that it like doesn't have time to do much of anything. Except somehow still get right. Gosh darn it. I really thought from that distance we were gonna... I thought it was gonna play straighter. Okay. So be it. So be it. Back to even par. 321 downhill. Okay, this actually poses an interesting question. This St. Andrews, this is Shoreditch Links. Course specially designed to be the Platinum Tour. Yeah, open major course. I don't have a lot of room from back here. But I kind of have to... Like, this is probably about the best that we're gonna get for angle. Can't really work it over with the longer club without bringing that heavy rough into play. But I'm hoping with the wedge that we can dial in the right distance here. So 109, 108 maybe. Got about 11 at the back. It's probably playing about 114, so we'll give it full backspin, and then we'll take that little bit extra off of it. Hit it out to the right a few yards. Wind drifts it back just a touch left. I hit it slow. Gosh darn it. I think I overshaped that one. And there you get the... That's what very firm fairways do. You land that on the green, it bites. You land it on the fairway, it rolls to oblivion. But we missed our input. Plain and simple. Wish you could hit an iron that far off the tee, right? I look at the iron distances in this game and I go, man, they hit a 9-iron. Like, if I can get every bit of a 6-iron, that's how far I've hit it. Like, I have no distance, but I am like pretty certain I early extend quite a bit, so. How does it not? How does it break that much? Now we're gonna take a triple because I played an aggro line and it still missed low. The experience. The experience in full effect. Ah. Well, I'll never do that again. Alright. Big old draw here. It's just I guess I used up all of my good fortune on hole 1. Get ahead, 1 under, I'm like, ah, here we go. No. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna hit stock 8. Should be short enough, and with the uphill and everything, we can... Why do I keep hitting these slows again? And I underhit it? Gosh darn it, man. Now it's like the swing is just starting to come undone a bit. Couple of slows. Missed the putt. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all, you know, mental errors. Which just makes it that much worse. Alright, maybe we just have to wing the putts, cause that's not working either. 144 and then wind it. Okay, full backspin. We're gonna have to get shapy with it. So 159. You got about a 15er in off the side. Now we hit it fast. Great. Come on, Colby. Keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. It's far from over. You just gotta be less dumb. Just gotta be less dumb. That a little firm. That might have been, I don't know, that would have been close. That would have been close with the right pace. Alright, well, this par 5 is not reachable. I mean, especially when you do that. I keep doing this thing where like I'm trying to hit the ball further, and instead of, I guess, holding down longer, I'm just swinging harder. Which, like, in real life, you can swing harder and actually have the ball go further, but not in a video game. In a video game, you just get absolutely punished for that. We'll bounce it down there. Now let's see what we can do. Because there is a little bit of a stop to catch you, but I don't know if this is just baiting us. Because 106... $94... It's probably lands into the 90s somewhere. Or low 80s, and then wants to come back. I give it like a little bit of forward spin, but I do want it to come back. .101 fast makes this less than ideal though. It has to be 100% and perfect. Like that extra 2 yards, 3 yards. You freaking spin sideways, man. Freaking spin it sideways. Alright. They're going down, but it's turning. It's going low. I'm not getting my hopes up. Never mind. All right. So we steal 2 putts, but everything else has not been great. Yeah, so it's like I gotta put mostly backspin on it and just hope that that's like enough, I guess. 'Cause now you're living out in that 15-mile-an-hour wind. So you gotta play it so far left. And we'll see how this kicks off the fairway. Maybe slow. Go left. Sit, 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 sit. Come on. Okay, we held the green. I was really starting to think we were going to. I was really starting to think we weren't going to. Alright, pretty flat at the end. Bro. What even? 220 something. I can get to like 330s. That's not even, it's like barely in the gap. Wind back here. Feel like I'm more than likely putting myself in the rough. You lay it up though, you gotta take a freaking like hybrid into this. So sadistic. I mean, it's almost like I may as well hit it here, because at least if I'm closer and taking a 4-iron, like, what's the difference? Full send, try and overpower it. Don't overswing it though. I got 104. Somehow I'm gonna curl it into the bunker. Okay, lucky kick. Wow. It's an even worse lie, and it's it's into a headwind now. I don't know, man. Being in the fairway from like 2-something back though just doesn't sound much better. 170s and low roll and with the wit, yeah. Not great. I got 104 again, but look how far right that thing shot. Oh my goodness me. This hole sucks. Like, I guess my whole thing is like when I look at a hole and I just see no solution, that's when I'm like, well, GG. Like, you are doing everything in your power to make par. And we did. Yeah, definitely not a scoring hole. Props to anybody who scored that in round 1. That feels like we just made up a stroke on the field, even though we're so far back. We are so far back, but that feels like we made a stroke back somehow. In the ugliest fashion. So 15-mile-an-hour wind. I want to be out to the right. Missing it left is not great. We did manage to miss it long. And it rolls off the green left. No, wow, it stays. Okay. Played the wind a little bit too much there. I think it's just like this type of thing breaks more at the start than I ever give it credit for. Like, it's so low, and then on the back part, it's just breaking at a higher clip. He makes the read. We're back to even par, ladies and gentlemen. 2 par 5s to play. Come on. We're just gonna try our best. We're gonna throw counting out the window unless it's like the subtlest thing, because It's been failing us here on these faster greens. Don't tell me the odds. Uphill to like 120 and then wind in. Oh, that's, well, the wind's probably not gonna play that much, but I do still feel like I gotta try and cut her through. Even though it's uphill, this wind just needs to accounted for. Don't do anything crazy landing on the fringe. Bite, 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 bite! Freaking fairway bounces, dude. What a stupid mechanic. I failed to understand why the fairway firmness behaves so differently from the green firmness. Even if they're the same firmness, you lose so much spin if you land on the fairway versus the green. Oh, I hope that changes in the next game. Alright. Nothing like having the putts where there's just a huge fear of, well, you know, this could, you know, if you miss this, it's gone. Like, I love that feeling when I'm trying to make these putts. Hey, ball's going in the hole. That's a par save. I don't think the wind's downhill enough or downwind enough. Yeah, what's going on, Vic? How are you doing, dude? Welcome back. I guess the question is, like, if you go for this, do you have a chance in 2? Kind of, but not really. But then it's also the question, like, if you lay up, force layup. If you lay up, force layup. So I think we go for it. Maybe slowed it, so I don't know if I'm gonna be too far to the right or if this will get a kick left enough to make the fairway. It's gotta be close, but I think we're gonna end up right. Ah, short. Yeah, see, because that's 250, so now all of a sudden, you know, you'd be able to take, like, a fully backspun 4-iron or something, land it just in here, and then you're trying to feed this ridge. And it probably still goes off, but yeah, now we have no chance at it, which is kind of always the game plan. Now, if we get aggressive to give ourselves a pitch shot or something, I'm just wondering, we kind of have to guarantee ourselves fairway on this shot. We would give ourselves wedge. I thought about taking, like, the 4-iron and running it up, but my luck, I'd put it into the heavy rough near side and then, like, leave ourselves just an incredibly stupid shot to have to hit. Whereas like now we have a gap wedge that is gonna want to flight itself out around pin high. You just play yourself to the right of the hole a bit, a little bit of loft, full backspin, and try and nuzzle yourself in as close as possible. Get a kick left, come on, get a little bit closer. Okay, not great, but we gotta look at birdie. How many times have I calibrated my swing? Only a handful of times, Vic. Pretty much calibrate and then leave it and just try and play with that, because if I keep recalibrating and it keeps shifting it, then I'm not, over the course of a long period of time, I am not trying to replicate the same timing anymore, right? It's like, well, this day I feel this timing, so I'm gonna change it. This day I feel, which you can do, but it doesn't create consistency over the long term. So like the way I look at it is if my swing starts to consistently be the same fast or the same slow for like an extended period of time, then I'll recalibrate. So you do have some like pain period, so to speak. But I feel a lot better about that. Oh, it's gonna still be low. I thought I had read it right. Come on, man. Now we're really gonna do that, though, and just miss them all low? I'm like in such a in between a rock and a hard place with these reads. Like, on the one hand, sometimes I've made really good putt reads if I don't worm cam and like feel the putt out, and we've made a few with them, and then other times I just am hampering myself. And I don't know, you know, I'm just so up in my own head, in my own way. Like, I really don't know where to go. Okay, so we're gonna play this maybe in a more interesting way. I'm gonna try and play a slightly lofted fade around the back here. That's the right shot. Oh no, it's... You've gotta be kidding me. I thought it was gonna have enough fade on, like somehow, instead of kicking in the direction of the fade, it just kicks straight. Alright, that's pretty cool. Neat. Love that for me. Sure, we'll play this out here. Come on, catch the slope towards the hole. Oh my goodness. Have a problem with your Xbox controller for the past 2 days? Ah. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I haven't recalibrated a long time. Now, there have been a few times for sure that I've definitely thought about it. But I just kind of try and stay the course, so to speak. Because, like, the way I look at it is if I've played on the same timing for months, like, I have to be really far off of where I used to be in order for it to make sense. Yeah, to completely upend that. That did not peel anywhere near as far right as I thought it would. Alright, it's not gonna break a ton to the right though. I didn't pull the flag. Oh well. Maybe it'll have the right pace and just go in. Or roll off the green. Because why wouldn't it? I mean, I know this is what this tournament is supposed to do to people, but doesn't make it hurt any less. So 231, 15-mile-an-hour winds coming off here. It's a good strike. Am I gonna find the green? Probably not. Oh, we hit the green. Look at that. It actually bites. And then probably rolls off the green anyway. Yeah. Leave the putter at home. Can't use it anyway. Ah, come on, Colby. Why'd you have to do that? Somehow kick right? Wow. Blessed. We're in the fairway. I say blessed, but then you're like, oh yeah, you're hitting into that. Right. Got it. Yeah, off of that lie. Yeah, so we'll hit this slightly left or slightly right. Fully back spot. Well, somehow even I know I pushed it, but somehow with that slope it still went way right. I would have expected that lie to be taking us well off the mark. So now all of a sudden we have a birdie look from long range. Does it matter? Prob's not. So it breaks right to left. Flag is over there. Breaks right to left. In the middle now, we're catching more break in there. It's probably still gonna be like a mile low, right? It's closer than I expected. Can we end the round under par? Come on. Birdie on the last. It's only 502 yards into a headwind. What could possibly go wrong here? Oh boy, alright. You're gonna lose over 20 yards here into the wind, right? Yeah. This just feels so hopeless. Maybe slow, but it's probably still out the back. Oh no, we're gonna land short and roll into the Biarritz. Got it. But if I land up top, I'm out the back. Oh, we're chipping. Alright, well that's probably a good thing for us. We've made a couple of chips now. So, you know, we should make probably about one more. I would think that we're, yeah, we're probably good for one more chip. Almost. Almost. Left it a little bit short. Alright, well, plain and simple, that sucked. That sucked. I got my hopes up after the first hole of like, okay, we can do this. And 18 holes later, we're at even par and well off any sort of scoring. So, we've got round 2 left tomorrow. The goal is to make a cut. But right now, we are definitely sitting a few strokes outside the cut line. Probably gonna have to get to a few under par, I would wager, in order to sneak on it. So, hopefully we can make a weekend. Fingers crossed. Biggest thing is don't blow up so bad that we take demotion marks. But we fight for the cut tomorrow. Ah, that pains me, man. I mean, we found enough scores to be 4 under. 2 bogeys and a double, though. I'm so mad about that double bogey because that should at least be a par. Like, we should at least be 2 under. Not that that's anything crazy good either. How bad was the putting? Do I want to know? Proximity to hole. 10 of 18, 37-foot proximity. 3 of 5 medium. That's higher than expected. 4 of 11. I mean, those were the ones that we scored on. Yeah. I'm not complaining about the like difficulty of it. I'm just not good enough these days. Just not good enough these days. Suffered similarly after both birdie in the first. That was probably the worst thing that could have happened. Not actually, but that was probably the worst thing that could have happened to me, Skyline. Making a read on the first, thinking like, okay, maybe we're gonna see some putt, like, cause I hit fairly decent shots. You know, played it smart, got up to the flat area, made a putt. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, made the read. We're good. And then just nothing. So even par through 1 is currently T77. I think top 65 make it. And that's currently looking like 3 under. Now, obviously, we have another round left to play. So those scores are gonna move a bit. Depending on how hard round 2 is, like, that might even make it that we have to shoot 5 or 6 under next round, so. Who knows? Bright side, there are 108 people that have played so far, and it's only Monday. So, you know, 77th out of 108. We're close to that demotion mark territory, but there's plenty of people left to play, plenty left to happen. Some sense of comfort, I guess. I don't, maybe that's what it is. Like, I think there was just like, okay, like we can score out here. I don't know if it was comfort or what, but it was like all right. And then, you know, then the normalcy of my putting came back. It's like all the normal misses that we have. You know, it stings. It stings for sure. Like, I think the painful part for me is how long we've played the game. Like, it was excusable for a long time, right? As somebody being new to the game, you know, and new to the series in 2K21. But, like, now we're almost all the way through 2K23, and, like, I am still terrible at putting. Very shorted? Yeah, but that's just very me. Like, I'm gonna hit this a little bit firmer, take the breakout, and still miss it low. Like, if that's not me putting in a nutshell, I don't know what is. Alright, so everybody's playing NCAA, or not NCAA, EA Sports College Football 25. We're gonna give that a whirl next week. I didn't do the, like, pre-order stuff, so yeah, that's gonna be on the docket for us next week. We'll probably, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1 week off of golf. We'll play college football next week, and then the week after we'll go back to golf and college football, and we'll just kind of play it from there. I've never played a college football game, so we'll see how we enjoy it. We'll see how you guys respond to it. It's kind of the combination of those two things that really is going to drive any secondary content that we do to golf. But yeah, the hope is tomorrow we can make a cut. Because if not, it's kind of like well, what do we play for the rest of the week? Oh, you know what? You know what? There it is. So if we miss the cut, we're gonna go Wednesday, Thursday, just full Impossible Challenge streams. Because I have no need to continue playing the TGC stuff. I think that should be some of our, like, summer content, is just like grinding out the Impossible Challenge. See if we can do it. It'll be a nice break from TGC. Keep us playing the game, and then maybe, you know, hopefully try and get us tuned up to be able to play our way into the Tour Championship. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I think if we miss the cut, I think that's what we'll do. And I think maybe a lot of, you know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll take a break from TGC, still play the game, do some other challenge type stuff, or just impossible challenges if we complete one. But we'll play it by ear. I gotta see what you guys respond to as well, right? Like, yes, I need to enjoy it, but like if you guys don't enjoy it, I enjoy it less. So I think that's the rough game plan going forward. Yeah, we fought even through one. We fight again tomorrow. But yeah, everybody's playing college football, and I don't want to spoil anything for myself with that. I've never played any of them, so I don't know any of the things really. So I think we're just gonna call it quits there, because I'm looking around and yeah, most of my directory is playing that. So I will send you guys off. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the YouTube stream, consider dropping a sub and a like on the stream. That's the only way that YouTube knows that you enjoyed it. But I appreciate you all. And if you're looking for some more stuff to watch, we are currently also uploading our Elden Ring DLC playthrough over there. We got 6 episodes, so if that's something you're curious about, we got the whole playthrough. If you're like really looking to nerd out, there's like 100 hours worth of the main game. But if you're just looking for the DLC, there's a playlist for that too. Go check it out. But yeah, appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully on time at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You know, we don't stream all day. Anywho, I'm just like rambling at this point. So have a wonderful rest of your Mondays. I'll see y'all later.